crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Your way, babe. Look to find your way. Yeah, take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Look to find your way.
Yeah, I talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments, you had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound and just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an optical. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. On me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
I shouldn't. Do it.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to the show. Fam, thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. And of course, you could check us out on Apple Podcast and Spotify, where you can make your sick fucking gains, banging your ear holes to Papa Swolio and the fam. Isn't that fantastic?
Hi, puppy.
It should be. It's cold as fuck down here in Florida. My nips are hard. I think I have hypothermia. I think that's what it is. It was 46 degrees this morning. It's like 50 right now. I think I'm dying. I think I have hypothermia. I think that's what you get when you're... This is like when I'm in my cold plunge. It's freezing. It's fucking cold. But it's only for today. It's only for today. It's only for today. I grew up north, so I know what it's like to be in cold weather. But man, cold weather in Florida, it's supposed to be warm and nice all the time. It's supposed to be warm and nice all the time. What is this? What is this shit? At least tomorrow and this whole week. So look, today we got let's see. Today we have, hit the like button when you come on in. Welcome everyone. Come one, come all. Today we have 65 degrees, and then tomorrow it goes back to like mid-high 70s, and then we're back into the low 80s. So, all right, it's only today. It's only today. Oh, my nips. Oh, my swole nips are not so swole. Not so swole. Hashtag swole for life. And yes, we can get America to all those veterans. Congratulations to the person who will win this swole card. And thank you to everyone who has served this country. Veterans Day. Great day. Great day for those vets. Thank you for serving. And if you have someone you want to give a shout out to, drop in the chat. We'll give them a shout out on the show. Now, fam, let's get into that tip. Reminder that we do have awesome merch specials right now. So I have Let It Grow, the brand new Swollen shirt. If you like Frozen, go check out the brand new Swollen design. Let It Grow. We also have hats. We got mugs. We got all sorts of stuff. Go to the fucking gym. Tell your people, tell your work colleagues, tell your friends and family. Stuff their stockings with some sick fucking gains. Get them some main gains. Get them some bull cream. You know, hook them up for the holiday season. Check it out over at papaswolio.com. Now, speaking of vets, we got a great one here, and we got a great post to kick us off. But yesterday, if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, it was a evening swole. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to it yet, you can check that out before today's episode. But we did drop some new merch. So I want to give a shout out to the new merch. Fuck your candy canes. Great design. Candy canes are disgusting. There's no redeemable candy cane. They're gross. I don't care what shape it is. These are nasty. These are nasty diabetes sticks. Don't eat them. They're garbage. You don't want them. You're going to see them everywhere, but wear this shirt and then people will stop offering you this crap. So fuck your candy canes. Not literally, but you know, maybe we'll get some maybe we'll get some interesting DMs. You know, we'll see. Maybe we'll share them on the show. Maybe not. It'll be Swolenormous XXX. All right, fam, let's get into that tip. Are you ready?
Just an inch.
Let's go.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Let's go. First one today. Speaking of Veterans Day, shout out to the armed forces. Adam says, this Veterans Day, I am honored to participate in a charity 5K rowing challenge dedicated to supporting veterans and their families. I extend my deepest gratitude to all who have served our great nation this Veterans Day. You and your family's sacrifices in defense of our republic are greatly appreciated. Absolute hell fucking yeah. Adam's rocking. This is my pride flag. Good for you. Good for you. Respect. And shout out to my grandfather, passed in 2016. But yeah, he served in World War II. So shout out to everyone who has served, recent, ancient, dead, everyone who has served. Respect for the memory of those vets that have long since passed, friends, family, and of course, vets that are still alive and kicking and supporting this great country. So round of applause. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Cheers. I'd pour one out, but no, this is, I pour one out, but this is hot coffee, and I'm not going to pour it on Tainty Man's head or anything like that. Shout out to the OG Swolio. That's right. Great Grandpapa Swolio. That's right. That's right. Love it. All right, let's see. Let's get into, fam, now that we kind of popped the cherry here, you guys can drop your, let's get a couple, let's see what we got here. Mark says, shout out to my old shift manager, Ray. Shout out to Ray. Let's see. We got my dad, Marines, my bro in the Army. Good for you, Pam. Happy Veterans Day. Let's see. Festive dildos. All right. Let's see what we got here. Thomas says, are the lizards falling from the trees? Maybe. I haven't seen any iguanas on the ground yet. It's not that cold. It's not that cold. Usually that happens when it's like cold for a couple days. We're just getting, I know everyone else is getting a cold front, right? I think a lot of people are getting a cold front. We get it for a day. Whenever you see the cold front coming in, like that Arctic vortex or whatever shit they call it, for coming down from Canada or one of those places, you see it sweeping down, and everything gets cold, and then you have the tip of Florida, which is red. So when everyone else is in a cold spell, we're like 70, 80 degrees. It just skips South Florida, which is great. So we have cold for a day. Like I said, today or last night. Last night was the cold night. It was like 44. Now it's like, it's fucking chilly. But tomorrow it's going to be low mid 70s. It's perfect. So it's been beautiful, beautiful sunsets, because whenever there's a cold front, all the clouds and all the pressure, you know, gets sucked away or whatever, however that works. It's always beautiful sunsets. All right, fam, you know what time it is. Maybe you don't. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock Eastern time, but it is time for Rate My Meal. Oh boy, we're super zoomed. All right, let's do it. All right, Rate My Meal with a T, not a P. Not a P. This isn't a candy cane. Get it? Okay. All right. Thank you, fam. We'll be here all week. Share the show with your friends. Hit the like button. Thanks for being here. All right. Amy. We're just going to call it Amy now. Not Amy, not Ami. Amy. Amy regala squash and rice fajita bowl. Okay. All right. All right. Squash and rice. I'm not anti-squash. I'm not anti-squash, but you have squash and rice. Usually people do squash instead of rice, or rice and they don't do squash. But fajita bowl, I'm assuming that's beef, because you can't call it a fajita, right? Unless you're doing actual meat. So I'm a fan of that. Everything around it, all right. Nothing wrong with squash and rice. You know, depends on what you're cooking it in and so forth. But we got steak there, so I'll let it slide. I'll let it pass. The Tale of Two Amy's. Amy Abel. Amy Abel is very able. And this Amy, Tale of Two Amy's, we got some steak, we got a fajita, but then we have another Amy. This Amy is like, hold my beer. Hold my beer first, Amy. I am ready to show you what I'm eating. Amy says 6 ounces of steak and 2 pasture-raised eggs for breakfast. Can I get a hell yeah?
He's on fire!
Amy, let's see. Look at that. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Look at Amy's smile. You know she's ready. You know she's smiling. You know why she's smiling? You know why she looks so happy in her avatar? It's because she's eating good. She's full. She had an amazing meal, and she doesn't need to prove it to anyone, but she did. So Amy, you're looking good. That smile is radiant because you're eating an amazing meal. Keep it up, Amy. Ben McKay, the best meals. What we got here? Ooh, someone bagged a buck. There you go. Little hunty. What a fucking view. What a view. Look at you. Harvesting your own meals. Good for you. Good for you. Any hunters out there? Good for you. Beautiful day. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat. Josue Monteroso. I see A plate. This almost looks like a commercial from Applebee's. So I don't really know. Is this your house? Or are you eating this somewhere? This looks like the kind of accoutrement of an establishment. This doesn't look like a home plate, but it could be. It could be. We got some steak. It looks like some pork rinds or something curled up. I don't really care. I see the steak, so I am giving it an approval. I see steak. I see steak. If I see steak, I'm like, yeah. It's like gorilla mode. Steak. I just like chimp out. I just black out and I'm like, oh, it's steak. It's steak. We're good. It's steak. It's steak. We're good. All right. Olivia Cabanilla. Papa Swolio. I made caldo de pollo. Or if you're from Argentina, caldo de pollo. Chicken soup, in parentheses. Thank you. Thank you. It had potatoes, carrots, celery, onion, zucchini, and chicken thighs. Chicken thighs. Those are tasty. Oh, we got a tortilla. So, I mean, look, you want to put some carrots and celery. I'm not a fan of that stuff. But of course, those things like dissolve in soup. It's almost non-existent. So as long as you can barely taste them, you can pass them. Again, not a bad meal. It's a cold time of year. You might want to put you got some potatoes in there, so you got some carbs. Again, for anyone that's looking to make this kind of stuff, you could use beef broth and chicken broth. You just got to get quality stock if you can. You're right, grass-fed or pasture-raised chicken, grass-fed beef broth. You just want to get the higher quality. The tortillas, you could have stabilizers and preservatives and things like that, unless you're getting quality, some quality bread or sourdough or something along the lines. You're making it yourself. That could be a concern. But aside from everything else, you test the vegetables, and if this is good for you and this kind of floats your boat, then go for it. This is a time of year where you're going to start doing a lot more broths and hot soups and things like that, and stews. Again, ingredients matter, so not a pass. Not a fail. But of course, some of those other additional things like the tortillas, maybe those cause issues, but you're eating real food and you're making better choices than most. So we'll approve that. We'll approve that. I'm not, we have chicken now and again, but it always feels, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is that, Sally? No, what the absolute fuck is this?
What the fuck is that?
If you're not listening, if you're not watching the show, you have to flip on the video right now. What is that? Sally Vanelli? Vanelli. What the fuck is that? Are you eating flowers? Are those baby eggplants? Are those peppers that are purple for some reason? Why are you eating 4 peppers or 6 peppers or 7? I can't count. What the fuck is that? They're peppers, okay. Why are there peppers on a plate? Is that sugar? Is that salt? You're just eating a plate of peppers? Sally, what the fuck are you doing?
Go fuck yourself.
Are they from your garden? Oh, that's so cute. Now eat a fucking steak. All right? Now eat a fucking steak. If that's on your plate, you better pan over and show me a fucking steak next to it. Okay, cool. Purple. Ooh, people do this like a flex. Like, look at what I picked from my garden. If you're not picking steak, you're not picking eggs. Like, what are you picking? Like, look at this green shit. Yeah, I got a whole garden out there. I got all sorts of stuff. I don't want carrots. I don't want to grow a garden. I don't want to grow carrots or cucumbers. Ooh, look, I got a carrot that the lizards didn't eat. It tastes like a fucking carrot. No, get some eggs. Get some eggs. I don't want to see this, and I want you to tell me like I have a pepper garden. Well, that's cool, Sally. Where's your steak? All right, where are your gains at? The pepper's called. Where are your gains at? The gym called. Fancy restaurants. You have 7 fucking peppers on a plate. I'm pissed off now. You just got me angry. You just got me hyped. You got me hyped, Sally. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do, Sally. I'm not happy. Come on. Stop whining.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Get those goddamn peppers. Goddamn peppers. All right, let's get into some Swole fan posts. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. We got Fuck Your Resolution specials. Let's move on. Let's plow through because after Sally's post, I need to get some steak in my body right after the show. I posted this in the community for members. What are you focusing on improving most this week? Don't be shy with the details. Adam says, this week I am focused on maintaining a consistent schedule. Various events compete for my time and I'm easily distracted. What I perceive is important. However, each individual has their own priorities for leaders to resolve, and this can quickly lead to an overwhelming situation. Establishing clear boundaries and maintaining realistic expectations are the most effective strategies to prevent being consumed by external demands. Did you chat GPT this? I need to realize I am more effective when I conduct self-care to ensure my mind and body is able to serve those under my charge. Agreed. You got to fill yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. That's pillar number 4. That's recovery. So revisit those 7 pillars. That's recovery that you're talking about. You can't pour from an empty cup. So I agree. Everyone's always competing for your time. Everyone's always competing for your time. Everyone's always prioritizing and optimizing things for themselves, and no is a complete sentence. So yes, clear boundaries, realistic expectations, execute. Well said. Well said. Good for you, Adam. Keep us posted. Alex says, I'm working on consistency. Consistency. I haven't been locked in. I've been exhausted, secluded, stressed, and sedentary when I should be going the opposite direction. I've got some business projects nearing completion, and I'm gonna get money rolling in, get my workout schedule, ... You're going to get it back on. So good for you. Good for you. It cuts off. So sorry you didn't get the whole image. I'll make sure that those aren't cut off in the folder in the future. Christopher says mobility. At 41, it's getting harder to get up and down off the floor or out of chairs. Over the weekend, my siblings and I demolished my parents' bathroom in preparation for a remodel. A lot of stooping, squatting down, and working on my knees. That's what she said. All right. Yesterday, after a decent sleep, another area I am focusing on, I had extremely tight quad and hamstring muscles that were radiating pain in my back and into my lower legs. Plan this week is to go through the yoga videos, along with my lifting to improve my mobility. Specific recommendations are welcome. Looking forward to improving my mobility. Bumble Hunter. Yeah, well, this is the kind of thing that we talk about a lot. You want to work on these things before you have the problems. I know it's easy to say that now when you have them, but this is why I'm always preaching mobility, yoga, all these types of things before recovery, mobility, the pillars 4 and 5, of course, among other things. Not to mention when you have pain and inflammation and things like that, nutrition plays a role. There's a lot of things that can play a role with this. But you want to address these things before they're problems. You want to be drinking before you're thirsty, eating before you're hungry in most cases, right? Individual levels and your perception of these things vary, but you need to make sure that you're optimizing for your health and make sure you're taking care of things so they don't become a problem in the future. So let this be a lesson to anyone that's putting this stuff off. I'm 42 and yeah, different things for different people. I've gone through injuries. I deal with things. I shift my training. I shift my protocols. I shift my awareness. I shift what I'm focusing on. But this is the kind of thing that adds up over time. You're 41, so 41 years, right? 41 years of you, let's just say in general, I'm not saying you never worked out before and never practiced yoga. I'm just saying in general, using that number. If you're 41 and you have all these issues, understand that you have 41 years. If you want to, even when you're young, because you can get injuries, you could have a broken leg when you're 7 or 8, you can hurt something when you're 13 and your bones are forming and then you start moving differently. Because when you get injuries when you're younger and your bones are forming, maybe they'll heal properly, this, that, and the other, but maybe your gait or your posture or how you move changes because you're guarding that and you don't really do physical therapy maybe, and you break your leg or break your arm and you start moving differently when you're 12, 13, 14, you don't realize it. And then 30 years down the line, you have movement impairments and things that have been kind of misaligned for 20, 30 years, and you have the byproducts and things just start hurting. That could be part of it, plus other things that happen in your life. So you have 41 years of, who knows, of chaos and things you didn't pay attention to and injuries and movement patterns and stuff like that. So you're dealing with the compounded effects, and this is why what you want to add to the compounding effects is taking care of yourself. If you're adding that to your 41 years, and then you comes around your 45, and now you had all those things you did before, but then you also practice yoga, and you practice mobility, and you practice these things. What you're doing is you're changing the equation. You're changing the input. You're changing what your body, as an accumulation of life and stress and gravity and things like that, and movements and torque, all these different things, and shear stress. What you're doing is you're adding other types of stress to the equation to balance that out. You're evening the playing field. You're addressing certain areas that don't get worked in your normal life. You're being proactive, and you're making them an active part of your regular life. So yoga is important. Mobility is important. All these things are important. And we have recommendations, but it really depends on where you're starting from and what your past is before this. But start where you're at. Start with the starter classes, level 1, whatever you can handle, yin, and just practice. Yoga is great because you're getting down, you're getting up, you're doing a warrior pose, and what I would say also for strength training, people, make sure you're not just doing hack squats. Make sure you're not just doing Smith machine squats. Make sure you're not just doing bilateral. You can even do this on machines, but make sure you're doing things like step back lunges. Make sure you're doing things like walking lunges. Make sure you're doing things like single leg press. Make sure you're getting those hips moving and work and train unilaterally. You could do Bulgarian split squats. You could do Cossack squats. You don't have to do these things every session, but make sure you're adding in single leg stuff because that really helps getting up off the ground. You're not getting off the ground from a squat. You're putting one knee forward. It's a lunge. So you should be proficient in that movement and you shouldn't have pain. And you should make sure you adjust your body and your training protocols so you are moving pain-free through those things. Joe says, my focus this week is getting my 14-year-old son started with his fitness program. Good for you. That should keep me more accountable because I need to keep him accountable. Well, that's community, and that's community of your family. That's important. Very important. Good, Joe. Leslie says, after doing yoga for the first time in forever, I will be definitely focusing more on mobility. The plan is to incorporate a Swolga session on cardio days and a Swollen 7 mobility class on strength training days. Time to get limber. More gorillas. Más gorillas. All right. I agree. Time to step it up. Fuck your resolution season. If you got questions, drop in the comments. And if you have any follow-up for the mobility and pain and things that people are dealing with, make sure you drop that in the chat. I always ask. I always put this out here. And by the way, if you haven't yet, in the app, we have a roundtable this Thursday. So if you haven't, it's right here, right there, Rise and Swole, right there in the middle of your screen. So make sure you head on over to the app and schedule that and make sure you're there for when we have the Rise and Swole this Thursday. So I've been saying a lot. There's usually an age range, and you guys can argue and debate. You guys really aren't, but, was it 30 or 35? I would say at least 35 for sure. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. But if you start seeing people like your friends or colleagues, people from high school or college, or you worked with, as you get towards that age, I would say 30, 35, you start seeing the separation between people that take care of their health more dramatically, especially 40. So especially when you're 40 years old, you will put two 40-year-olds next to each other. One person looks weathered, beaten, they just don't look good. And then another person will be like, whoa, and it's night and day because those ships maybe start slightly here, but then in 20 years, from 20 to 30 or 20 to 40, they end up miles apart, right? You start from a port in England and two ships are 1 degree off. Okay, they're next to each other for a while, but then across the ocean, one's in South Carolina, the other's in Newfoundland. Let's just say it, just approximation, right? So by the end of that journey, you're way separated. So start now. I don't know what exactly that age is. Everyone's different. But once you start getting past your 30s, for sure, you start seeing the people that really took care of themselves or are, and then people that are not. And then it gets more obvious when you're like 40, 50, 60. Obviously, you could tell who takes care of themselves or has been. But I'm just saying, and this is just life. So I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this to put, what's his name, or Chris. This is not anyone on blast. This is nothing. I have aches and I have, things that I deal with now and again, but I'm 42. So I agree. And this is something that's very present to me. And I shift my training sometimes because I like training mobility. I like training certain movements that encourage a lot of mobility. I love doing things like sissy squats and on the hack squat rather than putting on my knee wraps and a belt and going really heavy and throwing on 6 plates. That's awesome. And I like doing that, but I like doing the sissy squats and loading it more just because of the mobility, getting my knees way over my toes. I just feel like that mobility and that range of motion is so important. It's so important to focus on doing those things like a single leg press and getting that deep movement rather than just focusing only on maybe limiting the range of motion a little bit more and loading the weight a ton. There's trade-offs, and anyone that trains super heavy for super long, there's diminishing returns. And I think it's important for me right now to train heavy and to do, heavier weight and stuff like that and push close to failure. But it becomes more of a different risk profile. Like for me to throw on 5 or 6 plates on a hack squat, it's different. When I was 25, I wouldn't think twice about it. It's like going hard, hard, hard. Now I go hard, but I really monitor the volume. I pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm not going to necessarily do an exercise at super high risk if there's something I could do with less risk and get an equal reward. It's just a smarter approach because I'm not looking to blow out my knee. I'm not looking to have a major setback. And you just have to be more mindful as you get older and as your body has been exposed to more stress. You just have to really patch in those weak points. And that's the purpose of what I'm saying. Work on those weak points. Make those weak points stronger. Don't focus your attention in the wrong places, but focus on those weaker points. Make sure that the weakest link becomes stronger because everything else connects. That's why I'm saying really focus on your wrist and your forearm strengthening. Focus on your ankle mobility, focus on your knees, focus on the yoga, focus on sissy squats, and focus on your mobility, because those weak links, when they're stronger, it makes all your things stronger. You improve your forearm strength, it's going to feel better on your elbows. You'll be able to press more. You'll be able to pull more. If you strengthen your knees, you'll be able to squat more, lunge more. Like it allows you to translate more force and lift heavier. So that helps you. It doesn't take away, well, I'm not doing heavy squats. I'm doing mobility and I have to adjust the load and go through a greater range of motion. You're strengthening the joints. You're strengthening the weakest link. That way you'll be able to provide more strength, and more force through those joints. So it helps you. All right, drop your questions in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Let's see. Pam says, do it now. Your family will thank you later, and yourself. It's a must to take care of yourself. I agree. Reed, biggest regret is not starting earlier. I beat the hell out of my body from 17 to 30, and it adds up. It does. It does. Serdi says, take it from an almost 7-year-old. Don't wait. Agreed. Don't wait. If you want some context, Cerny counts her reps. She actually logs her workout with an abacus. Yeah, it's fascinating. If you ever watch her videos. All right, drop your questions in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. There you go. Shout out Archimedes. All right, Spartan Storyteller Traveler, Papa Swole, besides bench press, what are some of the best exercises to improve strength on bench? Strength on bench. This is kind of funny. Besides basketball, what are some of the best exercises to improve strength in basketball? Bench. So you want to practice your bench. You need to get your form locked in. But anything else? Strengthening your elbows, club swings, rotator cuff strengthening, proper shoulder workouts. All the accessories are important. Understand when you're doing pressing, you're working your deltoids a lot. You're working your triceps a lot. So a lot of times what people have issues with is they do a lot of isolation for triceps and it affects their compound movements. Stop pressing so much also. Don't do bench press, flat and incline and overhead and close grip and JM press and dips. Make sure that your accessory stuff isn't taking away from your compound movements. All right. There's a lot of other good exercise, but really what bench is proper form. A lot of people flare their elbows too much and this, that, and the other. So you want to improve strength, but make sure you're also targeting your bench. You don't want to do that crazy back arch and this and the other. In my opinion, in my experience, you want to allow your scapula to move, but you want to keep your lower back more flat. You want to make sure you're not arching your back a lot. That way you can get a better stretch for your pecs. I found that tremendously beneficial. So there's a lot of different things. Strength on bench is not, strength is important, and that strength, obviously, progressive overload is important. But if you want to build bigger muscles, yes, you need strength, but you could also do things like pec deck are great, flies are great, dumbbells are great. You don't have to do a barbell bench. I don't. I use Smith machine. I use chest machines. I use cables. I use a lot of different things for chest, and I've seen better results. So I like my chest press machines. I haven't done barbell. I might go back to dumbbell work now and again, depending. I'll mix some things back in. I go through different phases, but you don't need barbell training. You don't need a barbell flat bench to build muscle. There's other ways. Ben's not dead. Papa Swole, you always mention steak and eggs. Hell yeah, I do.
Hi, Puppy.
Fuck yeah, I do. But not really chicken. Do you partake? And if so, any tips? I eat vegetables sometimes. We had chicken, a day or two ago. Mama Swole likes it and she'll make it as a break. I always tease her. I'm like, oh, we're having vegetables tonight. But we'll have it for like a day. She'll make like a cool kind of like, chicken and rice. a nice simple dish that we like. It breaks it up, but we do pasture raised chicken. You really got to get high quality chicken, and I don't eat a lot. We eat it sparingly. Mostly ground beef, steak. Last night we had flat meat or skirt steak, and then we'll have ribeye. We'll have, different things with steak. We'll have some chicken now and again. We'll have some burgers. We mix it up. But that's what we get. We get it from Sprouts, usually, or we order it. Do you partake? I partake again. I partake now and again. We also like thigh meat too. Thigh meat's really good. But if you get quality chicken matters. 401 snooze. Papa Swole, creatine. How to avoid water weight retention. I'm not convinced this is a thing. I've never had an issue. I think people have issue. I don't really know if this is actually a thing or it's people in their head. I don't think people really have water retention issues. Maybe they're taking too much. I think it's usually other things that people have issues with. They're taking too much, or they're not hydrating properly, period, or they're eating garbage food and they misinterpret, I'm bloating. They're just always bloating. So I don't really know if that's actually a thing, because I've never noticed any issues from taking creatine. I take 5-10 grams a day and I don't see any water bloating. Like, oh, when I take creatine, I bloat. I think it's just people's other terrible habits that leads them to bloating, and they attribute it to creatine. Maybe there's a little bit, or maybe if you have a low quality creatine, if you have a low quality product of anything, it can cause you inflammation and bloating. So that could be a concern if you're getting shit creatine. So that's a possibility too. Michelle, what's a brand of sourdough you purchase? Oh, we get it fresh from Sprouts. We have a Sprouts nearby, which is great. Mama Swole is going to start making it herself. She's just gearing up for it. It's a woman thing. It's like your sourdough phase. It's like a commitment. Women treat that like it's a hazing. It's weird. She's like, oh, I'm going to make my sourdough. And then it's like, it's coming. It's coming. I'm just waiting. Okay. It's like this emotional journey where like they have to commit. It's like I made kefir for a while. I didn't have to adjust my personality. So anyway, there's like an emotional state with like sourdough. You have to be like in the right mindset or something. I don't know. Fresh sourdough is great, and I digest it fine. I like it more in the morning. I like it with eggs. Is it the store brand from Sprouts? Yeah, I guess it is. I think they just make it fresh there. All right. It's Ibrahim. All right. Thank you for the $7,000. Papa Swolio, hair routine. Yeah, I wash it and I eat really good food and I get sun. And I sun my nips and my taint. And I use Main Gains and Scalp Seed. Scalp Seed for the scalp, obviously, we gave it away. And Main Gains for the beard and for the hair. Check it out, papaswolio.com. Shameless plug. We got awesome stuff over there. Don't forget, you get free shipping. Great for the holiday season. Stuff people's stockings. That's right. Stuff the stockings. Stuff people's, if you have family members or friends and you want to stuff their stockings, stuff their stockings with my seed. I would recommend filling your family and your friends' stockings with my seed or my cream. So if you want to fill your friends' stockings with my cream, try my bull cream, and you can put my cream in their stockings. And if you want to fill it with seed, you could put my seed in there too. Just pick up Scalp Seed and fill it up. My seed and my cream will be filling lots of stockings this holiday season. So looking forward to filling your stockings with my seed and cream. papaswolio.com. Shameless plug. Let's take some more questions. All right. Romaine MBK. Romaine. Should I go to the gym today feeling tired?
You went full retard, man.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
All right. Well, we do have...
I'm a fair guy, but this heat is making me absolutely crazy.
I guess we do have retards that watch the show. I'm just teasing. Should I go to the gym today feeling tired? Look, sometimes you're not feeling up to it. If you're fucking exhausted, like, you should go. You should go. But you should get your sleep organized. And also, if you're chronically overtraining, you need to work on your program, get better sleep and nutrition. So there's other factors here. Because for me, if I'm like super drained, I might look at that as a factor and like, okay, what can I adjust because I shouldn't feel like this, X, Y, and Z. But for the average person, it's a net positive for you to go to the fucking gym and stop being a puss. You need to build that discipline. You got to step up and get it done. All right. Cerny says, buy someone that and you'll have a friend for life. Papa's cream is amazing. Thank you. Aww. Thank you. Cerny is stocked to the brim. She got Cerny's ordered 2 loads of cream. She got 2. So you can get more than 1 load. You just got to put the effort in. Go to papaswole.com. Load up on my cream. Load up on my cream. It's time for Balls Deep. Speaking of cream.
That's deep.
Speaking of which.
Great Scott!
Let's do it. Oh, God. Let's not. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Rough start.
What's in the box?
I don't like the way this one looks first. This one's called Not Working. I'm assuming these are fat libtards or communists that are not working. And they're like, yeah, we don't have a job. And it's like, yeah, man, they took their job. Yeah, I'm not working. I'm sure you're not. Snap. Oh, snap. Get it? Okay. Go.
Like work is some moral achievement. No, work is compliance with capitalism.
Exactly. Refusing to work is resistance. It's praxis. We're participating in the downfall, not the rat race.
Yeah, I don't have a job. I have integrity.
And our EBT card? That's community redistribution, baby.
All right. Like, I'm glad it cut off. All right, it wasn't long enough for me to get upset. It was starting to be like, oh, these fucking commies. I'm like, all right, and then it stops. So it's like, cool. All right.
What's in the box?
We got 2 more. We got another short one, then we have the long one that we skipped yesterday. That's what she said. Here we go. This one's called Complaining. Shocker.
Since 2011,
Jesus.
1.2 million women.
Christ, what the fuck? Hold on a second.
God damn, I don't know what it is about your face.
Hold on.
I want to deliver one of these right in your
Damn.
hole.
Dirk Nowitzki?
Work on that?
No,
So you
not
wouldn't-
really. It's your
Dirk
face.
Nowitzki looking rough. Dirk is definitely trans and a vegan because that hair looking thin. Get yourself some mane gains, bruh. Let's get some mane gains.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Get some mane gains.
Since 2011, 1.2 million women in the United States have received college athletic scholarships to NCAA programs at the Division I and Division II level. 1.2 million. Out of that 1.2 million who received college athletic scholarships, how many would you guess are trans women? I'll give you 2 seconds to answer.
Hopefully 0.
1.
Damn.
1 trans woman in the last 15 years in the
Man.
United States has received a college athletic scholarship.
No shit. Yeah, I wonder why. It should be 0. It should be 0, and you should get a free pass to the mental asylum. Yeah, just 1. Yeah, just 1. Why is there 1? Should be 0. Should be 0 people. 1 too many. Yeah, big fail. So good, get fucked. Let's see. Okay, hardest part about being fat, and then we'll give away a Swole card. We'll do a throwback at the end of the show.
What's in
Let's see
the
what we got here.
box?
Hardest part about being fat. She's going to talk about, it's 1 minute and 55 seconds. She could talk about stairs the whole time and gravity.
What one of the hardest things about being a fat person is?
Not being able to walk upstairs. Stairs.
It's the fact
Stairs.
that your issue,
Stairs.
the thing you struggle with the most,
Say stairs.
is displayed for everybody to see before they even get to know you. It's the first
Is the first thing they see you having trouble walking upstairs? Is that what we're talking about?
thing they see, first thing they notice about you.
Are we talking about, oh my God, the hardest part about being fat is first impressions? If you go somewhere and you're dressed like a slob, yeah, people are going to think you're a fucking slob. Okay, if you're a multi-billionaire and you show up in like shirt and socks and flip-flops and it's like, all right, do whatever the fuck you want. And you have fuck you money, no one can tell you what to do. Fine, you get on your private jet and you're looking like Adam Sandler, looking like a slob. It's like, okay. Okay, fine. Nothing to say against Adam Sandler. I don't really care, but yeah, he's always like, baggy shorts. Okay, fine. I don't really care what people do, but yeah, your first impression matters. And if you show up somewhere like a fat fucking slob, people are going to think that most likely, or at least first impression. Doesn't mean you're not nice. Doesn't mean they're not going to be nice to you. Yeah. So it's like, and this is a choice. It's how you handle yourself. It's how you take care of your body. And you're showing everyone how you do that.
while everybody else gets to hide their struggles. All the skinny people, you don't know what their biggest struggle in life is because
Oh my God, no shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, not unless you ask them. You don't say. You don't say.
it's not displayed like ours is. It's not.
This person's acting like she's fucking in a wheelchair. You know what? If you ask a lot of people that are even in wheelchairs, like, what's the hardest thing in life? They usually won't even talk about that. They won't be like, being in this wheelchair. They don't even think of it. It's just like they're used to it. That's like just part of their life. And they'll talk about bills or other things that they have. And okay. You know, obviously if you're incapacitated and you can't move at all, like, yeah, but she's walking and she's out of breath. Yeah, I know.
The first thing that you see is that, oh,
because they don't victimize themselves.
They're overweight. They must struggle with food. They must have
no shit.
You know, eating issues, a weird relationship with food.
If you're morbidly obese, you obviously have a poor relationship with food because you have way too much of it and you obviously can't control yourself to stop eating poison. So yeah, you don't have good life habits, period.
They struggle with willpower.
Yep.
Oh, they can't focus. They can't name a million different things.
All true, most likely. If I see a fat person, I don't look like, wow, they can control their food. Wow, they must exercise every day. Wow, they eat healthy. Wow, they follow their 7 pillars. Wow, they're really taking good care. Those are not the things. Why would that come to my mind? It's the exact opposite. If I see someone in a wheelchair and they can't walk, I don't be like, well, why they can't walk. No shit. It's just an observation. It's like, oh, my eyes work. Look at that tree. It's tall. Yeah. But it's not as tall as a skyscraper. Ooh, very good. Your eyes are functioning. Yeah, if you're morbidly obese, yeah, you have way too much energy on your body. You ate way too much food and the wrong kinds, and you have other poor habits. Compound over time. Next question.
And the more I think about it, the more unfair it is because...
Oh, it's unfair. What happened to the whole life is not fair? Remember you used to tell kids that? Life's not fair. It's not supposed to be fair. It's survival of the fittest. It's survival of the fittest when it comes to business. It's survival of the fittest when it comes to just longevity and health. You have to expose yourself to better factors in order to survive and to succeed in society, to be successful in society and just to live and be alive. You have to survive. So put yourself in a better situation. Do you think it's better to eat yourself into obesity and then blame everyone else for your problems or take action? How do you think those two different directions and people are going to function in life? Obviously, the person that takes action is going to have a better life because they're taking ownership of this. It's just exhausting listening to people complain about things they can change. Shut up. Go to the fucking gym. Stop crying. You're fat. Deal with it.
I had applied for a job. This is years ago. But they said...
And you were still fat. And you still haven't changed. You still haven't made it. You're just complaining more. So got it. I'm just getting all the details organized.
Hire fat people because... And they were blunt about it. They're like, we will not hire fat people because they don't have willpower. They don't have discipline.
Facts.
They don't take responsibility.
Facts.
And I was so hurt by this.
Well, I don't want to say, look, sometimes people, sometimes you're fat, but you're in the process of this. Like if you're like, I'm changing my life. I'm sick of being around victims. I'm sick of everyone around me, you know, just being toxic. And you make those changes, you join the Swole fam or something. So if you're currently fat, that doesn't mean you don't have this kind of discipline that you're forging. It's a process and you're becoming defatted. Like you're changing your habits. It's not instant. So I'm not talking about those people. We're talking about people like this. Like this is years ago when they didn't hire me because I was fat and you still haven't done anything about it. Oh, this is years ago. Oh, so you're just kept all the same habits. You kept all the same inputs and now you're like, it's just so wrong. You had all those years or whatever, how many years that was to get your fucking fat ass in shape and you still haven't done it. Get the fuck out of here. No one cares anymore. It's so stupid.
I was like, but I'm the best for the job.
Obviously not.
And you're not going to hire me because I'm fat.
You're not the best for the job. If I'm staffing a restaurant, I don't want someone who's morbidly obese that can't walk between tables and can't hustle and can't move and can't be nimble and is going to be sweaty and out of breath. I'm not going to hire a fat flight attendant that can't fucking walk through the aisles without bumping everyone in the head with their gut. I'm not going to do it. It doesn't reflect well on a company. It's like this person can't take care of themselves. Okay, then maybe they should work at a call center or something behind a desk and something like, you know, you got to take care of yourself first before you can be a viable and a valuable asset to a company in a lot of cases. I'm not saying you have to have shredded to the bone, but there are a lot of jobs where it's not going to be ideal. Hey, I'm starting a restaurant where the waitresses are going to be like the 50s and they're going to be on roller skates and go out to the cars. It's going to be a cool retro diner drive-in. Awesome. You want someone who's 350 on roller skates, face planting in the parking lot because they hit a fucking wood chip? That's going to be gnarly. Anyway.
And it's like, unfortunately, in this society, you might be the most capable, but it just sucks because I'm
just pausing this again. You're not the most capable. That's the whole point. You're not the most capable. You're not even the most capable for yourself. You're not the most capable person. You can't even function properly in society because of your morbidity. And I'm not saying that this person currently is like 400 pounds and can't function. She's walking at least. Okay, but she doesn't have her life in order. And your body is literally proof. Like the physical habits and what you do and what you have done has not led you to a good place. That's your resume. What do you think a resume is? Humans have eyes. You can see. If I look at someone who's morbidly obese and someone who's ripped, obviously, you can make some obvious basic assumptions. One person exercises. One person has intent to build muscle. One person does this regularly. The other person does not. There you go. There you go. One person takes control of their environment. The other one doesn't. Okay. That translates into all aspects of your life. That's why I always say, go to the fucking gym. I'm saying that for everyone, every single person. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you live. I'm saying physically train, push yourself, do that. That will help you in all aspects of your life. I'm struggling to find a job. I'm starting this. Start training hard and taking care of your health. It'll build you confidence. You'll walk better. You'll have better posture. You'll show up to a room. If someone shows up like waddling in and they're sloppy and someone comes in, right? If you have two people come in like to a store, right? And you see someone who's like waddling in, they have a cane. It's like, okay, some people have issues, but fine. You're morbidly obese. Someone who's like 200, 300, 400 pounds, depending on the size, whatever. And then someone who comes in, muscular, that obviously your first impression is like, wow, that person cares for themselves. They have self-esteem, self-respect. They carry themselves with confidence. They exude that. The other person is like out of breath, walking. It's just, you're a walking victim. You're susceptible to life. You're susceptible to physical attack, to just issues that shouldn't happen, like just having a heart attack and dropping dead or tripping and falling and not being able to get up. You're just not as functional in society. You don't exude self-confidence because you trash your body. If you're morbidly obese, you're trashing your body, which means you hate yourself. Why do you hate yourself? If you allowed yourself to get to that point, you do not care. You don't respect yourself. And you expect other people to give a fuck about you and your feelings and respect you. You have to earn it. And you have to respect yourself first, and you don't. So fuck you. I don't owe you shit. No one does. So stop being a pussy. Stop fucking complaining. No one cares.
You might be the most capable.
You're not.
But it just sucks because
all
our
feelings.
Issues and the things we struggle with the most are
stairs, gravity, discipline, willpower, nutrition, training, just everything. The things we struggle with most, life, and you're blaming everyone else. We all have the same life in the sense we're all on the planet together. You just complain. Other people take action. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Stop being a fat pussy.
Just on display for everybody to see.
Here we go.
And the things
because our issues and the things we struggle with the most are on display. Oh, look, my fat, it's just on display. We struggle with this the most.
On display for everybody to see. And sadly, that is the first thing people mostly notice about you.
Because humans have eyes. Humans have eyes. I have eyes. I have fucking eyes. Can I riff? Can I riff? I have eyes. I can see. I can see clearly now. You're fat as fuck. You eat all of the Tostitos in the bag. Then you wash all of it down with a McDonald's flurry. Because you're fat, you're fat. Fat as fuck. All right, that's a jam. I'm not even upset. I don't care if I really don't. In the sense that if someone's fat, if someone's obese, if someone has been led down a dark path, they've had trauma, whatever reasons you want to attribute to it, and you want to get in shape and you want to join the Swole fam, we're all welcome here. It's the mindset. All right. That's just your starting point. Okay, you're fat. All right, so what? What are you going to do about it? You're welcome here. I don't hate you because you're fat. What I hate is someone that is fat and then blaming everyone else. I hate the mindset. I hate the excuses. If you're fat, join the Swole fam. Take action. Join us. Start. Join Swole Number Sex. Get the app. Start the 90-day dash. Start the yoga. Just start. I don't care. Do we not have people that are obese and fat in the fam? Yeah, guess what? They're in the right place. It's just and this is not like your internal voice is like, I'm worthless, I'm fat, I'm terrible, I'm bad now, I'm going to be better. But you are. You're not as good as you could be, and you're going to be better. That's the whole point. You should want to improve for yourself. The victim mentality is what I'm angry about. When someone literally has the tools, like she has the financial ability to. She's got fucking wireless headphones. She has more technology than the kings of old, right? She could wirelessly transmit sounds into her ear holes, but she can't stop fucking eating cake. It's like you have the money to buy better food. You can lift heavier weights. You could stop eating some of the shit. You could stop taking birth control. You don't need it. You can stop doing all these things that are interrupting your hormones, and you could really go down the rabbit hole. I guarantee she would do so much better if she got some sun, moved out of that fucking wintry climate. Wherever you are, transform your life. You could do that. She could do that. But no, everyone else is against me. It's because they look at me and they see my fat body. They sure fucking do. And you might not like to hear that, but yes, if you're fat, when someone looks at you, guess what they see? They see a fat fucking body. You know why? Because they have eyes and you're fat. That's it. It doesn't mean like directly like, oh, I'm fat and it's bad. Well, it depends on what you're doing with it. Are you complaining, or are you in the process of doing better? That's a whole different conversation. If I see someone walking to a gym, or if I see someone on weights or on a treadmill and they're fat, guess what? Let's get after it. Good for you. Could they be doing stuff better and maybe make progress faster? Well, that's why we do the podcast and we have Swole Number Sex. And yes, I'm sure there probably is. But you're in the right place. Like, you're supposed to be fat in the gym. That's where you should be. You should also be muscular in the gym. You could be in a wheelchair in the gym. You could have cerebral palsy. You could have Down syndrome, and you're in the fucking gym. Everyone can train. Everyone can do physical activity. Some people might need assistance. Fine. Everyone could be in the gym. Never going to be like, what's this fat person doing on this machine? Get off so I can use it properly to make more. No, everyone's in the gym equal, like training, improving themselves. You're in the right place. Now, if you're a fat person at Krispy Kreme, you shouldn't fucking be in there. No one should be in there. Those things shouldn't even exist. But they do, and it's capitalism, and it's fine. If people want to eat shit, they can eat shit. But they shouldn't, but they can. You got to make choices.
And I just want to say that as a fat person, looking at other fat people, that is not the first thing that I notice.
Did I hear, is she pushing a stroller? That answers some questions for me.
To say that as a fat person, looking at other fat people.
Is that a bird or is that a kid giggling? Is she pushing a stroller?
I just want to say that as a fat person, looking at other fat people, that is not the first thing.
Sounded like a kid giggling, then it sounds kind of like one of those birds like, sounds like one of those. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe she had a child and then, where's the husband, right? Where's the husband? And then it's like, if that's the case, then it's like, oh, okay. Right. There's other things there too, right?
I notice. People, that is not the first thing that I notice.
That's not the first thing that I notice. What do you notice? Do you notice that they're wearing a shirt? Ooh, they're wearing shoes. When I see a fat person, I notice their footwear first. Oh, shut up. Shut up. You're fat and you don't want to change. You're trying to blame everyone else because you don't want to change. It'll make it easier for you, wouldn't it, right? If society just gets around and like, you know what? You're wonderful. You're a beautiful snowflake just the way you are. Don't change. Everyone loves someone that complains. Everyone loves someone that complains and doesn't take personal responsibility for their actions. People love that. We're not going to do that. So you can shut the fuck up and stop complaining online. And if you're going to post it, someone like me can pull up the video and trash what you're saying because it's stupid and it's dumb and it's gay. So if you don't like that response, that's fine. Don't post things on the interweb. Someone can make a video about me. I don't care. Say what you want about me. But I could also say what I want about you. And I don't like your attitude. Biatch. Swole for life. Drop it in the comments down below.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Jesus Christ. Remember that soundboard? Oh my God.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their
That's not a
particular
gender one. Where's the cake one?
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants. Motherfucker, shit. All right, let's give the Swole card away, and then we will do a throwback. So hashtag Swole for life. Drop that in the comments. Let's give it away. What we got? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and remember, Apple Podcast and Spotify. You can destroy your ear holes with a knowledge cock every day. Share it with your friends. We live and ranty, and it's juicy. Juicy rants. Swole for life. I agree. Crushing it from across the pond. Tanya, congratulations. Tanya, Swole for life. You are not from Asia, but I still will talk like a Miyagi. Tanya, win a Swole for life. Swole for life. That's not Miyagi. Miyagi, Swole for life. Tanya, congratulations. Banzai, Tanya-san. Tanya-san, banzai. Good for you. Good for you. Golf clap. We like it.
And that's the way, I like it.
A three-letter word. Jobs. Jobs.
Fuck. I forgot about that soundboard. Holy shit. Holy shit. We had a weekend at Bernie's for 4 years. I think that's what everyone blocked out. I can't believe we had a fucking dead person in the office for 4 years. Holy shit. All right, throwback time. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. All right, we have... I vowed never to show this fag on here again. All right, let's play this video.
Mall, LOL.
Fuck this guy.
This time of year, I kind of like. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything, but I kind of like the hubbub and the holiday kind of feeling. And
Wait, I'm gonna do it and go back to that.
But I kind of want to buy. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything, but I kind of like the hubbub and the holiday kind of feeling. And I wanted to let you know I value you.
You don't even know me.
Thank you if you have no family.
Why would you be thanking me?
You can be in my family.
Oh, we don't play that.
I love you very much.
Jesus fucking Christ. Keep your kids away from pedos. Yeah. 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 Keep them away. Get away, get it away, get away now. Get away from the pedos. Please. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Mm-mm. 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 Fam, before we go, a reminder. We have Fuck Your Resolutions specials. What is Fuck Your Resolutions? This starts every October the Schwam because the 3 months leading to the new year, everyone is fucking off. They're ignoring, they're punching out, they're not taking control of their health. Why? Because it's a societal excuse. Culture has allowed you to fuck all the way off and ignore what you should not be ignoring, which is your health. You know, it starts with Halloween and then it goes into the couple weeks of people bringing in garbage fucking food. And then there's Thanksgiving and then it's Christmas and then it's New Year's and then you're in a fucking haze for 3 to 4 months. And then you start and you do a week in February and then you're back to your fat, lazy self. Start now. If you can lock down your health now, New Year's is a breeze and you'll lock it down. You got to start these things. This is the best time to start. I always say this, it's the best time to start. You start when it seems like it's the hardest, but then it's the quietest. The gyms are more open. No one else is focusing on this. You could really go internal, block out the noise, and start today. And we have everything you need inside Swole Enormous X. The app is amazing. We have private community. We have the Telegram chat you can post up in the community section. We have all of our programs, full programs. We have 5, 6, 7 full programs. We have a bunch of mini programs and accessory programs, hundreds of yoga classes. I mean, honestly, thousands of yoga classes and master classes and Swollen Sevens. And oh God, we have everything inside Swole TV. We have all the roundtables. We got a roundtable on Thursday. So private call with myself and all the members of the fam this Thursday morning at 9:30. So you show up, we'll shoot the shit. If you have questions about a program, you have questions about anything, you just want to come in, hang out and talk, but you can come and ask questions. I will be there. And then we can break down everything. If you have some details, sometimes we shoot the shit. Sometimes we get into some deep stuff. Sometimes it's everything in between. So come hang out for the roundtable this Thursday, Rise and Swole, 9:30 a.m. It's right there on your homepage when you join. And now's the best time to join because while everyone's fucking off, you could dial in. Make sure you do so. SwoleNormousX.com. Roundtables are the bomb, Loretta. I agree. So join us. Congratulations, Tanya, on winning today's Swole card. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeleton.